Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Um, was checking out my subscription feed in YouTube, and a lot of people were referring to Kony2012. I have not seen the video, but I did read an LA Times article on latimes.com yesterday. I talked to one of my coworkers about it, and I even saw a couple of blurbs in the news about it. Now, according to what I've studied and what I can ascertain is that Joseph Kony is some sort of warlord in Uganda, and he has been kidnapping children, making young girls into sex slaves, young boys into little soldiers, and then having them go back into their own villages and kill them. Now, the video, though, I think, and I would like to believe that the filmmaker's heart was in the right place. You can't fix a situation in many of these foreign countries by just taking out one person. We've seen this with Afghanistan and Iraq. Yes, it's good that people like Bin Laden and Saddam Hussein aren't able to do their evil anymore, quote unquote. However, you forget that that nation is rife with other issues, and I think it will be arrogant on the part of any other nation to try to jump in and say, "Here, let me fix your affairs," because, and I'm going to say this here, that although I will say I'm proud to be an American. I feel blessed to be born on American soil. I feel blessed that I enjoy the rights and privileges that I enjoy here in the United States. And I think that there are some good things here in America. But I also recognize that on the world stage we can be arrogant. I think one stand-up comic referred to us as being the cocky college guy. Like, we're very cocky. We're very like, yeah, you can't tell me what to do. Yeah. And I sort of think that's how we may seem to other people of the world. We may come off as arrogant and cocky and you can't tell me what to do. So even if we were to get rid of this warlord, we don't speak to the fact that there is corruption in the Ugandan government itself. And there has been tribal warfare going on for generations in Uganda. So it isn't like, oh, if we just get rid of Joseph Kony, everything will magically happen and everything will be all right. And that's not true. You still have, even if you got rid of Kony, you would still have other corrupt officials in those government positions. So you can't just sit up here and say, let's take out the bad guy. And I think that's the problem with the United States. We sort of have a G.I. Joe mentality. And I'm speaking of the Hasbro cartoon back in the 1980s, where here's the Joes, yo, Joe, and here's Cobra. And we're going to go fight Cobra. And we're going to save the day. And that seems to be our mentality when, number one, in real life, there are all these layers and levels and subtleties and nuances. And nothing is just, everything isn't just here and here. Like, everything isn't just red and everything isn't just blue. Like, even with the color blue, there are shades of blue. Just like in the red, there are shades of red. Just like I believe there are degrees of evil. Yes, all evil is evil, but there are shades. So are we going to take out one bad guy only to have to face 12 more? So as much as I'd like to believe that this filmmaker's documentary, his heart was in the right place, and many of these celebrities like Rihanna and Justin Bieber and Jay-Z and Oprah are doing their best, and I think it's great and it's humanitarian, but I also think that we got to use a little discretion, a little judgment, a little discernment in this situation, because this could actually make matters worse. I'm with the camp that says this could make matters worse. I mean, I think the best thing to do, well, I really don't know what the best thing is for that nation. I'm not that talented or that brilliant enough to speak on it like that. I'm just going to say that this video, though its heart may have been in the right place, And I know there are those that are going to say, well, maybe this is a step in the right direction. I don't think it's necessarily a step in the right direction, though. And I think the United States doesn't understand subtlety and nuance. As Americans, we're very loud, a very boisterous, a very blunt, a very in your face type of people. And I think other cultures, not so much. In the sense that other cultures may, in their language, like I was speaking with a French professor, and one of the things she was saying was the French language is definitely the language of the diplomat because each word is specific. Where in the English language, I could say one word, but it could have 5 different meanings. And then you add in colloquialisms and slang. So that's a whole nother world you're dealing with. Well, anyway, just throwing my 2 cents on it. I think though Kony 2012, though your heart's in the right place, you might be misguided in some of what you're saying. Um, I would then like to just say that we as the United States, we first need to fix the stuff going on in our nation. I'm not saying ignore other people, but we are not the police of the world. We are not the Avengers. We're not the Justice League. So let's try to sort our house and get it in order before we try to order someone else's house. Take it easy. Take care. Peace.